So what are those variables that I mentioned before that allow us to really make a custom interface do move, shake, dance, and control exactly as you want it? Well, these are the discussions for the programming pros. We support variables, integer, string, boolean, and floating, but these variables aren't just a place that you could store value. You can even place events and actions on a variable like we show you at the bottom center of the Compass Navigator software here. You can place a change value event. As the value of a variable changes from 1 to 2, in the case of an integer, 2 back to 1, 1 to 10, whatever it may be, these events can run through. So your variables in Compass Control become three-dimensional, okay? Their values can dictate the graphical interface and the feedback that your user gets from how they are manipulating the system. Integer, string, that's all ASCII characters and symbols and whatnot. Boolean, true, false. Floating, that's numerical value with decimal places. They're all supported. Globally, as I showed in the example of the volume control sliders where they move up and down on the screen in that video a moment ago, meaning that, okay, we'll create a variable that can store the value for volume in zone 5. And all of your iOS and Android controllers should know that, right? Well, what about local? A variable such as I'm in zone 1, selected zone equals 1, selected zone equals 2, selected zone equals 3 on one of your iOS or Android controllers, whereas it can equal 8 on the other controller. You might be in zone 8, right? So variables like that can be dictated to be local. You can have the events and actions on the variables. We support indexing and array variables as well. And talking about Pro, that is some high level stuff, but it really increases your efficiency in programming. So if you're a high level programming pro, you're going to want to get into that. And all of our bidirectional drivers, another advanced topic, they're written in Basic C. Now, there are a few key digital nuances, and once you gain your C3 certification and tell us you want to see documentation on indexing arrays, bidirectional driver development, just let us know and we have that for you. So that does it. This has been the system introduction of Compass Control. I hope that helps get you geared up for understanding what Compass Control is, thinking about how you're going to implement that, and perhaps contrasting it to some of the systems you've worked with in your past.